Hello my friends and viewers and subscribers of my channel. Today we are going to review the Aerospatiale SA-318 Alouette II helicopter, which is a French-made machine, but it was also used by the Bundeswehr and several other armies. To be more precise, we are going to review the German variation of this machine today, which serves as a starting helicopter for German Helicopter 3 in-game. Sorry for beginning with a takedown of Mi-4 helicopter from the tank cannon. I had to start recording from this place so I can tell you a small history of the helicopter. It was produced by the French aviation firm Aerospatiale and was the first production helicopter powered by a gas turbine. Also, it was a pretty small gas turbine instead of the more conventional piston power plant, which was used by the previous helicopters. The helicopter at first was developed as a general purpose light helicopter for observation photography, but eventually was also modified to launch anti-tank missiles and homing torpedoes against submarines. In this game, all Alouettes you can find, and you can find German and the French Alouette in this game, are in anti-tank variant. They are armed with 4 AS-11 anti-tank missiles, which are second generation anti-tank missiles, which means they have suckless guidance, but well, they are based on the earlier SS-11 missiles, which were manually guided, which were in turn based on the German late war X-7 Rotkapchen experimental missile, wire-guided missile. This missile is also AS-11, I mean wire-guided, but it employs way more convenient and effective suckless guidance, which means that missile follows the course of your optical sight. The helicopter has 2 man crew. One guides the helicopter and another one is a weapon operator who guides the missiles. In my opinion, it's pretty much the best helicopter on 83BR because it has 4 ATGMs even in the stock variant right from the beginning, and those ATGMs are pretty effective against 83 tanks on 83BR, since most of them lack explosive reactive armor. As you can see, we had quickly took out 3 enemy tanks, and now I had made a pretty stupid move, and now I'm going to get fired at by the roof machine guns of tanks and also anti-air guns, which will damage my helicopter a bit, but spoiler alert, I'm still going to make it back to the base. The good thing about Alouette II is that at first it seems like a homemade helicopter made from beams and steel sheets, but actually this type of construction sometimes absorbs way more damage than helicopters like Mi-4, for example. And sometimes you get fired at from anti-tank cannons with armor-piercing shells, armor-piercing discarding sabot shells, and needle shots. And those needle shots just pass through your helicopter without dealing substantial damage, which allows you to return to the base. The secondary armament of this helicopter is comprised of 4 MG3 machine guns, which are basically MG42s modified to fire 7.62 NATO cartridge. You have 1000 rounds for these machine guns, 250 rounds per each gun, and because the machine guns have extremely high rate of fire, you will quickly spend those ammo. Those machine guns are pretty useless, however they can sometimes save you against dump pilots which will try to head on you, and you can actually take out enemy helicopters by aiming at their cockpits. So we have took off from the helicopter pod. Now I'm going to close the cockpit, because for some reason the game sometimes doesn't close the helicopter cockpit automatically, and despite our team losing, we are going to take out another 3 enemy tanks using our ATGMs. I recommend, if you want to start researching helicopters and you don't have any, I strongly recommend starting from the German helicopter tree, because the starting helicopter Alouette II is a very solid, pretty decent machine, capable of taking down enemy armored targets effectively. So we blew up the Type 87 infantry fighting vehicle. Its turret flew off, and now we had killed the Soviet heavy tank. We have killed. So I had tried to kill enemy anti-air gun too, but unfortunately the battle had ended. Slava Ukraini, please support Ukraine, and thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.